Okay, so spinning 101. First thing you want to do is safety. No loose tassels, no loose strings, anything that can actually attach to this and be sucked into the wheel, because that would be very uncomfortable. If you have long hair like me, you definitely need to tie it up, because if it gets sucked in, it just keeps pulling into the thread. You're gonna have to unwind it all, and it can be, well, so second one is you need to have a thread already on the bobbin. Now, I'm cheating a little bit. I'm using one here where I've already got some spun brown wool on it, so it makes it a lot easier because I don't have to just loose it on. And then the second thing you want to do is you want to, of course, have some wool. Now, this is something that has been pre-treated barely. It's been washed and cleaned, and then it's been filtered into these long strands, as you can see here. Now you want to take this, then you want to loosen it up a bit, sort of give it a little tug. It makes it easier to separate the fibers when you're actually spinning it. Just get a good pull in your lap. Just to make it a little bit easier. Like so. Now, it will make a mess, as you can see here. I do have a bit of, and maybe if I get the time later, I'll show you what you can do with these. But for now, we're just going to focus on the basics. Now, spindles are very different depending on which model you have. Now, I have a 1 foot, which is the old school model. Now, this one is made in Auckland. There's not a lot of versions of this one. But you can see it has the common spinning wheel, and it's, I think they call it the Iris model. Because this bobbin is right above it, whereas the old English one will actually have the bobbin next to it on the side. And this one is pretty cool because you can see these actually on the spindle, which usually you need an extra rack where it actually holds all your different bobbins, so when you apply them you can just pull them on and you have a place for storage. This just makes it so much easier. It also has a add-on here where I can use it to actually wind up the yarn in the end to make a full bottle of yarn. Unfortunately, I need to fix it. It's not quite ready yet. Alright, so anyway, I have just loosened up a little bit here. There we go. Now, to attach this, you pull the thread out. Now, I put it on the furthest away because, as you can see, you need to wind it on, of course. And as it thickens, you slowly move along the hooks here until you reach towards yourself. I find that actually works better, whereas if you work the other way around, it needs to tighten the pulleys a lot quicker, and you need to work a lot harder to make it work. And there's really no reason for you to give all yourself that bother. Now, as you can see here, this spins, and that's how I get the circulation on it. So we just quickly add a little bit there. See? Now you want to use 2 hands. Tighten it a little bit. A lot of this just touch and feel as you go. And you want to have to pull it on it. So it needs to pull in, but gently enough that you can infuse it. You have to be in control of when to let the wool pass through. Now this one here guides the wool into spindle. And this one here is the one who decides how much wool you actually let on. So if you just let on the whole back end up with this really thick chunky one, it won't even spin on. So you need to pull, as you can see here, pull, release, pull, release, pull, release, to create the yarn. It just gives beautiful little spin on it. Now, the quicker I work my foot, the more spin that will happen on the yarn. So you can see here, that's how quickly it's spun up. Now, if I spin too fast, you get this little corkscrew all the way along here, which make it impossible to knit with. Whereas if I spin too slow, it will just keep falling apart like that. See? So it's just finding a balance. Now, there's no set way of doing it. Most of spinning is really just getting the feel of what kind you want, how thick you want it. There's no certain guidebook that says that. Of course, they have made it easier nowadays. You can get what they call a 2-footer, where you actually sit with 2 pedals by your feet, Let's give him more smooth transference. More smooth anyway. But you can just sit there and it just goes at exactly the right pace, and you don't need to fiddle as much with it as I need to do with this older version. But on the other hand, I kind of like that I can just fiddle with it, because then I can give it more character. I can more easily adjust what it is I actually want the wool to do. And it just gives this really nice effect, I find, in the yarn in the end. Because otherwise I find it looks factory made really when you use newer models, and I feel like it loses some of this character, some of this charm. I wanted something that looked like a straw, but I might as well buy it from the store. You want to have a little bit of variety in it, you want to have a little bit of texture. As you can see here, I filled it up here, so what I do is I just move it over a hook and then keep going. And I will be pausing along the way, of course, as I use up the stuff we loosened. Then I'm going to add on more and more and more. And I'm slowly working my way up towards filling up this end, and then I'll show you how I apply it and what we're going to apply it with. This is going to give us beautiful texture to it. Now, when you apply it, there's a couple of things I need to show you, and there's a couple of different ways of doing it. And when we get to that, I'm going to show you what a standard rack looks like. It's a little bit different than what I have, but it should give you a good general idea of how things work. See? Anyway, see you in a bit.